Good morning, dear students of class 4. Before starting my lesson, I want to share a thought with you. Success doesn't depend on the size of our brain. It's totally dependent on the size of our thoughts. Good morning. Dear students, today I am going to start a new chapter of history. Chapter 8, Chhatrapati Shivaji, founder of the Maratha Empire. Shivaji was born in hill fort of Shivneri near Pune around 1627. See, two pictures are there. At the down, it is Shivneri fort, and at the up, there is the family of Shivaji. Shivaji's father Shahaji Bhosle, mother Jijabai, Shivaji himself, and his brother Shambhaji. At the time of Shivaji's birth, the power in the Deccan was shared by three kingdoms of Bijapur, Ahmednagar, and Golconda. Shahaji often changed his loyalties. Loyalties means duty or obedience between the sultans and the Mughals, but always kept his Jagir or land at Pune and his small army with him. Following a treaty means agreement between the Mughals and the Sultan of Bijapur, Shahaji was posted at Bangalore while Jijabai and Shivaji remained in Pune. Shivaji was the founder of Maratha Empire. Dear students, you can see here new words, Hindu Swarajya. It means self-rule of the Hindu people. Shivaji Bhosle or Shivaji was the founder of the Maratha Empire and it lasted until 1818. Shivaji's capital was at Raigad. He was crowned as Chhatrapati, absolute ruler of the Marathas in 1674. Dear students, you can see two pictures here. Pictures of Jijabai and Dadaji Kondadev. These two people's impact were very much on Shivaji. Jijabai, referred to as Rajmata, who taught young Shivaji about Swaraj and grew him to be a great warrior. She told stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata, which values inspired Shivaji. And Dadoji Kondadev, who was mentor of Shivaji and friend of Shahaji. Both of them helped Shivaji to frame the idea of Hindu Rajya. Shivaji fought many battles. In 1645, the 16 years old Shivaji bribed the Bijapuri commander Inayat Khan to hand over the fort to him. The fort of Kondana was also acquired through bribing. Muhammad Adil Shah sent an army to defeat Shivaji's brother Shambhaji and Shivaji, but Shivaji defeated them in the Battle of Purandar. Next, in 1659, Adil Shah sent Afzal Khan to destroy Shivaji. Afzal Khan destroyed many Hindu temples to tempt Shivaji for a direct battle. Shivaji sent a letter to Afzal Khan and requesting a meeting. Shivaji and Afzal Khan met in a hut in the foothills of Pratapgarh. It was decided that both would come with one sword and one follower. But Shivaji suspected that Afzal Khan may be planning a secret attack. So he wore armor beneath his clothes and concealed the metal tiger claws. You can see the picture, metal tiger claws, and Shivaji was successful in defeating him. In the Battle of Pratapgarh, which was fought on 10th November 1659, Shivaji's forces defeated the Bijapur Sultan's forces. And this battle was very significant because it was the first military victory against a major regional power and led the establishment of the Maratha Empire. Until 1657, Shivaji maintained a peaceful relations with the Mughal Empire. Shivaji's conflict began in March 1657 when his officers raided Mughal territory near Ahmednagar. Aurangzeb defeated Shivaji's forces. Then Aurangzeb sent his maternal uncle Shaista Khan with a huge army and a powerful artillery. In April 1663, Shivaji launched a surprise attack on Shaista Khan in Pune. An Uzbek general was sent by Shaista Khan to reduce the force under Shivaji's control. Shivaji's forces fought this Battle of Ambarkand, and won the victory of Marathas over 30,000 Mughals. Shivaji's forces attacked Mughals unaware, though the Uzbek general's forces were planning to attack them secretly. To take revenge against Shaista Khan's attacks and to rebuild his treasury, in 1664 Shivaji sacked the city of Surat, a wealthy Mughal trading center. Aurangzeb was enraged or became very angry and sent Raja Jai Singh with an army numbering 50,000 soldiers. Jai Singh's forces attacked Marathas and gained or captured many Maratha forts. Then a treaty was signed. Treaty means agreement. The name of the treaty was Treaty of Purandar, where Shivaji gave up 23 of his forts and paid a huge amount as compensation to the Mughals. Thank you, dear students. I hope you have understood and wait for my next video. Good morning, dear students. This is the second part of the chapter. The name of the chapter is Chhatrapati Shivaji, founder of the Maratha Empire. In 1666, Aurangzeb invited Shivaji to Agra along with his 9-year-old son Shambhaji. Dear students, don't be confused, as earlier I have mentioned Shambhaji as Shivaji's brother. He was Shambhaji Shahaji Bhosle, and this Shambhaji was Shivaji's eldest son, who was the next ruler after Shivaji. In his court, Aurangzeb made Shivaji stand behind the Mansabdars as an insult. Shivaji became very offended. He wanted to come out from the court, but he was immediately put under house arrest. Shivaji's spies informed him that Aurangzeb had planned to move Shivaji or kill him. So Shivaji wanted to escape from there. Shivaji planned a nice trick. Shivaji pretended that he was very ill and requested Aurangzeb to send most of his army back to the Deccan. On his request, he was allowed to send sweets and gifts to saints and temples in Agra as offerings for his health. After a few days and weeks, one day Shivaji and his son Shambhaji hid themselves in one of the boxes and escaped in 1666. After Shivaji's escape, a treaty was signed that lasted till 1670, when Shivaji again launched a major attack against the Mughals and recovered all his lost territories from them. Dear students, see the picture. This is the coronation ceremony of Shivaji. Shivaji was crowned king of the Marathas in a lavish ceremony in Raigad on June 1674. Shivaji was an able administrator. He formed a cabinet of ministers or Ashtapradhan, a group of 8 ministers to assist the king. Though Persian was the court language, but Shivaji replaced it with Marathi. Marathi became Shivaji's court language. He emphasized on Hindu culture and traditions. He was a devout Hindu, but respected to all religions. He allowed his subjects freedom of religion and opposed any forceful conversion. Shivaji demonstrated great skills in military organization. He built a powerful navy. There was always a standing army. He captured important forts and laid the foundation of self-rule. He constructed many forts and rebuilt and repaired many forts for the security of his empire. Today, Shivaji is considered a national hero in India, especially in Maharashtra. He is also recognized as a warrior legend who showed the seeds of Indian independence. Thank you, children. I hope you have understood it and have a nice day. Thank you.